That's not on me. Traffic, you're really going to interrupt the judge that's getting ready to give you fines and costs? Amazon's obviously got a great business model, but I don't think every other driver on the road should have to put up with the bullshit. That is one of my major pet peeves is delivery trucks that park in the travel lane. Get another job if you can't live with that. All right, you know what? You continue to argue. So
An Amazon delivery driver was in court today for blocking traffic, and Judge Oakley didn't hold back. He came down hard on the driver, delivering a verdict that genuinely shocked him. Now, whether you think the judge went too far or was right, on the mark, that's up for debate. Personally, I think Judge Oakley may have overreacted a bit. Sure, the driver was technically in the wrong, but delivery workers already deal with enough. They often have to navigate narrow streets, tight parking, and hectic schedules, especially in big cities. It's not always easy to find a legal spot, and sometimes they...
And Mr. Scott, are you ready for your formal hearing today?
Yeah.
All right. And the people? All right. Your appearance for Van Buren Township. All right. Let's get started.
Secretary?
Officer, come on up. Watch your step on my incline ramp. Raise your right hand for me. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Settle in. When you're ready, Ms. Manarino.
Officer, can you state your name for the record, please?
Officer Ryan Berry, Van Buren Township Police.
And you're employed as a police officer there?
Correct.
How long have you been so employed?
Going on 17 years.
Are you currently assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
Patrol division.
Prior to being in patrol, were you assigned to any particular unit within the police department?
Several. K-9 unit, traffic unit, accident investigation.
So based on your investigation of the scene on December 10th that afternoon, did you make draw any conclusions about how the accident?
Yeah, I believe the driver of the Amazon vehicle was partially on or across the white line in the northbound travel lane and the approximate cause of the collision.
And that's based on your measurements of the roadway and the size of the Amazon vehicle, that it wasn't possible for the Amazon vehicle to be on the shoulder and be completely out of the roadway.
If the Amazon vehicle was on the shoulder, it would have been in the ditch. It would have, if it was on the outside of the white line, it would have been leaned over in the ditch.
And you didn't observe the vehicle, the Amazon delivery vehicle to be in that condition?
No, no.
So I did nothing further than the officer.
Mr. Scott, do you have any questions for this officer?
Did you see all four of my tires outside of the white line?
No, I did not.
My knowledge, that was, all four tires were, like he said, it was the ditch. Anything more over, I was roll over the ditch, but I don't have any more.
We're gonna object to the form. I don't know if that was a question or a statement from.
I think it was a question and then a statement. So no questions at this time.
I have another question. You said that the driver, said his, driver assist shifted it over to cause the accident essentially.
Correct. But you were still the approximate cause of the accident, being across the line, obstructing the traffic.
If you said that was one of our rooms for me to be over to the side, I'm just, what am I supposed to do?
You can't park in the road. You can't stop in the
I wasn't parked technically, I was dry, I was trying to make a turn.
Okay. This is Q and A. I'm going to give you plenty of time to argue, but this is Q and A. So do you have any, did he answer that question?
You have to make quick stops to stay on track. I know it can be frustrating to get stuck behind a delivery truck when you're in a hurry.
Years.
Do you have any other questions? Okay. Any rebuttal? You stepped out. Any other witnesses from the people?
Not the driver, people.
All right. Do you have any witnesses?
I don't.
Okay. Would you like me to hear your story?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? All right, go ahead.
So they said approximately around 2:00. I was doing the delivery. It was pretty busy traffic. So I parked over the shoulder as far as I could. Like you stated earlier, there was really no more room for me to be over without being rolled over the ditch. As I was leaving traffic to tag, I was waiting to make a turn essentially. Like, let's say the house is right here. I'm a little bit up here, so I was waiting to like go in and back in, but it'd be easier. The public traffic was pretty busy. But I mean, flow of traffic was still kind of moving, like people could still go this way or this way. Maybe about 10 cars. Then God may have been like 13th car every time, like you said, over and then kind of veered over at the last second. So, that's pretty much what I think.
Do you have any questions for Mr. Scott?
No, Your Honor, I don't.
Any rebuttal witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
I'm ready for argument.
Your Honor, the testimony from Mr. Scott and from Officer Barry is consistent that there wasn't room essentially on what would be the shoulder of the road for the vehicle to be stopped, and because of that, the vehicle was in the roadway at a time when there was traffic in both lanes, and because of that, there was a collision. It's clear that Mr. Scott was impeding traffic when we actually found it.
What's the charge? I don't even know that.
Sorry, it's impeding traffic with an accident.
Okay, thank you. Argument.
I don't feel like I was responsible because the driver just tipped them over with like 15 cars successfully passed me while I was waiting to make the turn. So I just don't know what else am I supposed to do in this scenario.
Pull in the driveway.
Well, I couldn't, so like it was so busy and I was trying to back into the drive.
You know what? I live on a private road, and I've gotten letters from delivery services that say they won't deliver to my house because my trees are too low. So if there's no safe way to deliver that package, then your company should communicate with that consumer that says we can't deliver to you.
So I was simply waiting to get in the drive. I was trying to back.
But you were impeding traffic while you were waiting to do that. And brother, your tough luck. That is one of my major pet peeves is delivery trucks that park in the travel lane and everybody else has got to accommodate them because they're trying to deliver packages.
All 4 tires were open.
Get another job if you can't live with that.
But let's be real. We've all relied on these folks at one point or another. They work long hours in all kinds of weather, climbing stairs and rushing to meet tight deadlines, often for very little in return. So if you're a delivery driver, thank you. You're doing an incredibly tough job. That said, I'm not saying the judge was completely wrong. Laws exist for a reason, and public safety matters. But I also think there should be a little more understanding of what these workers go through daily. Even if this driver made a mistake, it doesn't mean he should be treated like a criminal. Usually, I enjoy watching Judge Oakley's courtroom sessions. He's sharp and often pretty entertaining. But this time, it felt like he was unusually harsh. The driver was simply trying to explain his situation, and the judge didn't seem open to hearing it. Honestly, if I were in the driver's shoes and felt the judge was biased, I'd consider asking for a different judge. Judges are meant to be impartial. When it starts to feel personal, that's a concern, and something protected under our Sixth Amendment right to a fair trial. Again, this is just my perspective.
It's when I'm driving down the road, it's not my problem if the delivery truck in front of me doesn't know how to back in a driveway or pull in a driveway or doesn't have some other way to get their package in there. That's not on me. Traffic. You're really going to interrupt the judge that's getting ready to give you fines and costs?
I was trying to back the judge over.
Okay. And while you were trying to back in the driveway, you were impeding traffic because people had to go around you because you were blocking the travel lane. That's impeding. That's the classic definition of impeding traffic.
Still passing normal.
But they had to pass. They had to go into the other travel lane to get what direction were you headed?
I'm not sure, maybe north. I don't know. Correct.
All right. And the people that were going the same direction you were going, they had to get into the oncoming traffic lane to get past you, didn't they? Not all of them, some of them. You're impeding traffic. Classic definition of impeding traffic. And once again, Amazon's obviously got a great business model, but I don't think every other driver on the road should have to put up with the bullshit. I'm actually excited to finally get an impeding traffic ticket issued on an Amazon driver because I've been putting up that stuff for years and I don't see where it ever happens.
I just don't see what I'm supposed to do in this scenario.
It doesn't matter. I got a perfect example for you. I had a young man on Zoom today. He stole food because he had to feed his 2 kids and he had no other options. Does that make the stealing of the food less illegal? It's exactly the same scenario. All right, you know what? You continue to argue. So the suspended fines and costs just became $250. Pay it today. Goodbye.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I gotta have something to write on though.
Give you my copy down for George, if I may.
Don't let that man leave this building without paying my cashier.
Perspective. Feel free to share yours in the comments. At the end of the day, Amazon delivery drivers are essential. Yes, they're not perfect. Some may mishandle a package, but their work is tough. Long shifts, high pressure, and little job security, especially since many are considered independent contractors without overtime or benefits. So while the driver may have broken a rule, I think it's only fair to also recognize the difficult conditions they face. What do you think? Was Judge Oakley justified, or did he go too far this time? Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. Take care and see you in the next video.